On Halloween night in 2019, 21-year-old Corey Cunningham is babysitting a young boy named Jeremy, who pulls a prank on Corey by locking him inside the attic. Just as Jeremy's parents come home, Corey kicks the door open and accidentally knocks Jeremy over a staircase railing to his death. Corey is accused of intentionally killing Jeremy but is cleared of manslaughter. 3 years later, the town of Hanfield, Illinois, is still reeling from the aftermath of Michael Myers' latest killing spree in 2018, while Michael has vanished. Laurie Strode is writing a memoir, having bought a new house and living with Allison, her granddaughter, who is now a nurse. Meanwhile, Corey is working at his stepfather's salvage yard. On his way home one day, he is taunted by high school bullies and injures himself in the process. An observing Laurie brings him to the doctor's office where Allison works. Allison and Corey develop a relationship and later attend a Halloween party, where Corey is confronted by Jeremy's mother. After having an argument with Allison, Corey leaves the party and runs into the bullies, who throw him off a bridge. He is dragged into the sewers and confronted by Michael, who eventually lets him go. On the way out, Corey is confronted by a homeless man. In a struggle, Corey stabs the man to death and flees. Corey and Allison go on a dinner date, but Allison's ex-boyfriend, police officer Doug Mullaney, shows up and harasses them both. Corey later lures the cop into the sewer. Michael emerges and kills Doug to Corey's delight. Allison is passed over for a promotion at work in favor of a fellow nurse who is having an affair with the doctor. Corey then kills the doctor at his home while the nurse is killed by Michael. An unknowing Allison plans to leave Hanfield with an insistent Corey because of the past trauma, while Laurie becomes increasingly suspicious of Corey. After finding him sleeping in the spot Jeremy died, Laurie offers to help him on the condition that he distances himself from Allison. Corey retorts by blaming her for the events that have occurred in Hanfield and says if he cannot have Allison, no one will. On October 31st, Corey returns to the sewers and successfully fights Michael for his mask. Meanwhile, Laurie and Allison argue as she plans to leave, and Allison, too, blames Laurie for Michael's actions. That night, Corey embarks on a rampage, murdering the bullies after luring them to the salvage yard and accidentally killing his stepfather. He then goes on to kill his mother, as well as a DJ at a local radio station, who had taunted him earlier. At the Strode house, Laurie faux attempts suicide to lure Corey to her, whom she shoots down the stairs. Corey then stabs himself in the neck to frame Laurie for his death in front of the arriving Allison. Michael suddenly arrives and kills Corey. A fight ensues, and Laurie manages to pin Michael to the table. After a struggle, Allison arrives to help subdue and finally kill him. Laurie and Allison take his body to the salvage yard by police escort, attracting the residents of Hanfield, who follow them in a procession and dispose of it in an industrial shredder. In the ensuing days, Allison and Laurie reconcile, and Allison leaves Hanfield while Laurie finishes her memoir and rediscovers her romance with Deputy Hawkins.
Happy Halloween, Michael. You don't believe in the boogeyman?
No.
Well, you should.